The settlers called it Deadwater Lake. It looked calm on the surface, like glass. But underneath it was cold, black, and full of strong currents. Anything that fell in was lost forever. The locals warned each other, "Don't go near it. Lake takes what it wants." But 17-year-old Jenna wasn't afraid. She liked to explore. With her drone, she searched for rare minerals along the rocky cliffs. That morning, the sun was pale through the mist. Jenna had followed strange readings from her drone when a sharp beep startled her. Beep. Warning signal lost. Her drone dove over the cliff edge. "Oh no," Jenna shouted, running after it. Her boots slid on the wet moss. She reached the edge. Far below, she spotted the drone floating in the water near the shore, but something else was there. Too, the water rippled. A shape thrashed, half submerged. At first, Jenna thought it was debris, but then she saw it. A small creature, soaked and struggling, its fur dark with water. It had long ears, glowing silver eyes, and paws that clawed weakly at the surface. It was a wolf pup, but not an ordinary one, an alien wolf pup. Jenna had seen them from a distance before. Wild Psi-hounds. No one in the colony dared to go near them. They were psychic creatures, strong, dangerous. Some called them monsters, but this one, it was drowning. Then Jenna felt something, not a sound but a voice, a pulse in her mind. "Help. Drowning, please." It was the pup. Crying out without thinking, Jenna dropped her pack. She tied her climbing rope around her waist and fastened it to a nearby rock. The water below was freezing, but she didn't care. She dove in. The cold hit her like knives. The current pulled at her legs. She fought it, gasping, kicking hard. Her arms reached through the dark water, fingers searching there. Fur, soft and slick. The pup jerked in panic, thrashing wildly. A wave of fear and pain slammed into Jenna's head. Scared. "Hurts. Can't breathe. Hold still," she gasped. "I've got you." She wrapped her arms around the pup and kicked for the surface. Her chest burned, her limbs heavy, but she didn't let go. Inch by inch, they reached the shore. Jenna dragged them both onto the rocky bank. She coughed, shivering. The pup lay, limp, sides heaving. Its fur was dull, cold to the touch. Jenna pressed her hands to its chest. "Come on, breathe," she whispered. "You're safe now." A faint flicker of thought answered her. "Why?" "Because you needed help." She sat beside the pup, pulling the edge of her jacket over it. The lake wind was cold, but the pup was colder. Jenna knew she couldn't take him back to the colony. If they found out, they would report it. They might even hunt it. Know this. Pup needed to heal, far away from people. She looked at the little creature. Its eyes were half closed now, but a tiny thread of warmth pulsed in her mind. A weak bond. Trust. "Maybe I'll come back," she whispered. "I promise." With one last glance at the dark lake, Jenna grabbed her pack and hurried away. She didn't know what would happen next, but deep inside, she knew her life had just changed. Forever. Jenna kept her promise. The next morning, before sunrise, she packed a small bag. Inside, she put pieces of cooked fish, a water bottle, a soft blanket, and her brother's old thermal pad. She told no one where she was going. By the time she reached Deadwater Lake, the mist was thick. The air smelled cold and sharp. Her heart pounded as she climbed down the rocky path. She didn't know if the pup would still be there. Maybe the cold had been too much. Maybe something in the forest had taken him during the night. But when she reached the little clearing by the lake, she saw him. The alien wolf pup lay under a tangle of roots, shivering. His fur was still wet and dull, but his silver eyes blinked slowly. He was alive. Jenna knelt beside him. "Hey," she said softly. "I brought food." She unwrapped the fish and placed it near him. The pup sniffed, then ate slow at first, then faster. Jenna smiled. "I'll call you Orin," she whispered. The pup didn't answer with words, but Jenna felt a soft hum in her mind. A faint warmth. Gratitude. Day after day, she returned. Every morning before her work, or late at night when the colony lights faded, She brought food, fresh water, and warm cloth. Slowly, Orin grew stronger. His fur began to shine again deep, blue with hints of silver and violet. His legs grew steadier. The cold fear in his mind faded, replaced by curiosity. At first, he kept his distance. But after a few days, he would sniff Jenna's hand. After a week, he let her sit beside him. And then, one quiet evening, something changed. Jenna was laying out dried meat when she felt a strong pulse in her mind. A thought not fear this time, but something else. Pack near, she looked at. Orin, his ears stood straight. His eyes glowed brighter. Air around them felt heavier, colder. The forest was too quiet. No birds, no insects. Then a sound rose from deep within the woods. A howl. Long and low, filled with sorrow and warning. Orin stood. His tail flicked. His body trembled, but not from fear, from excitement. Your pack, Jenna whispered. Orin looked at her, and for the first time she heard clear words in her mind. Come, they will not harm you. I have chosen. Jenna's heart raced. She wasn't sure what to do. The colony taught her that these creatures were dangerous. Psi-hounds could tear a person apart. They could control minds, it was said. But Orin had trusted her, and deep inside, Jenna trusted him back. She rose slowly, grabbing her light and slinging her pack. All right, she whispered, let's go. Together, they moved into the misty forest. Orin padded ahead, silent as a shadow. Jenna followed, her boots soft on the moss. Shapes moved in the fog. She saw flashes of silver eyes, quick shadows between the trees. The deeper they went, the colder the air became. Jenna's hands trembled. She wasn't sure if it was from the cold or from fear, but she kept walking. The bond between her and Orin pulsed in her mind, steady, warm. He was not afraid. He would protect her. Finally, the trees opened. They stepped into a wide clearing. Moonlight poured through the mist. The ground shimmered with strange plants. And there, waiting, stood the pack. Tall alien wolves, sleek, strong, their fur glowing faintly. They stood in a circle, eyes locked on Jenna. Orin padded forward, head high. He gave a short, sharp howl. The wolves watched. Then one massive, scarred across one eye stepped forward. Its voice entered Jenna's mind. Deep, powerful, you saved our bloodling. Why? Jenna's breath caught. Her heart pounded in her chest. She swallowed hard. Because he needed help. Silence. Then a ripple of thought passed through the pack, curious, thoughtful. Jenna stood her ground. She had no idea what would happen next, but she would not run. The forest felt different that night. Jenna followed Orin through the trees. The mist was thick. The air was cold and heavy. She could hear her own heartbeat, loud in the silence. The pack was near. She could feel them through the bond with AUREN.com. Do not fear, Orin told her, voice soft in her mind. Jenna trusted him. She had saved his life. He was grown strong, sleek, silver-eyed. His fur gleamed under the moons. He moved with grace, silent among the roots and shadows. Still, her hands trembled a little. What would the pack do when they saw her? A human? An outsider? But Orin had said they would not harm her. He had chosen. They moved deeper into the woods. The trees grew taller here. Their trunks glowed faintly with blue moss. Strange lights flickered in the distance. Shapes moved in the mist too fast to see clearly. Yellow eyes blinked from the shadows. Jenna kept going. She trusted AUREN. Finally, they reached a clearing. The trees parted, and the sky above showed a full moon, silver and bright. In the center of the clearing stood 8 wolves, tall, silent. Their fur shimmered like starlight. Their eyes watched her, unblinking. Orin stepped forward and gave a low, clear howl. The biggest wolf stepped out of the circle. His fur was dark as night, with a long silver scar across one eye. His gaze was strong-wise. Ancient Jenna felt. His mind reached toward hers. The voice in her head was deep and calm. You pulled him from the death water. Jenna swallowed. Her voice came out quiet but steady. He was drowning. He needed help. A ripple passed through the wolves, not sound, but feeling. Curiosity, caution, respect. One wolf brushed against her side. Another sniffed her hand. They were huge, taller than she was, but they moved with grace, not anger. You are small, soft, not of the pack. Yet you fought the lake. You brought back the lost one, said the scarred wolf. Jenna stood tall. Her heart was pounding. Was alone. I couldn't let him die. Another wave of thought moved through the pack. She felt approval, acceptance. Then the scarred wolf lowered his head. The others did the same. Oren moved to Jenna's side. He nuzzled her hand gently. His voice came soft and warm. They accept you. You are one of us now. You are pack. Jenna stared at them, her heart full. She had not expected this. She had only wanted to save a life. But now, he had chosen her. Oren looked at her with bright eyes. You are Skyblood now, chosen by the pack. Jenna blinked. Skyblood. Not born of the den, but fought for the pack. Few were named. You were the first human. The scarred wolf spoke again. You gave life. You faced death. You are seen. Jenna knelt slowly, placing her hand on Oren's head. His fur was warm. I didn't expect this, she whispered. Neither did we, came the reply. Bet you are one of us now, forever. The clearing was quiet. The wolves watched. The bond between them all pulsed strong and steady, and for the first time Jenna felt no fear, only belonging. Jenna's life was never the same after that night. She still lived in the colony. She still worked fixing mining drones and helping with supply runs. But the other settlers noticed small changes in her. She walked lighter now, quieter. Her eyes seemed sharper, as if she could see things others couldn't. The wild animals stayed away from her. Even the big hunting cats gave her space when she passed. People whispered about her behind her back. She's different now, they said. Strange, but Jenna didn't care. She knew why. Every night after her work was done, she left the colony and slipped into the forest. She always followed the same hidden trail through the tall trees and thick mist. At first, the way had been hard to find. Now her feet knew the path. The forest seemed to welcome her, and they were always waiting. Oren, the wolf pup she had saved, was grown now. His once thin body was strong and tall. His fur shone like moonlight on the lake. His silver eyes burned bright with intelligence. He met her at the edge of the clearing each night. His thoughts always reached her first. Welcome. You are safe here. The rest of the pack was there too, silent, watchful. They no longer circled. Her like a stranger, they stood beside her, their presence calm and strong. The scarred leader, whom Jenna now called Silver Eye, often approached her. Though he never spoke in words, Jenna could feel his thoughts. Respect. Trust. Jenna learned from them each night. They taught her to listen not with ears, but with her heart. They showed her how to move through the forest like a shadow, how to read the wind, and how to sense danger long before it came close. She didn't just hear them anymore. She felt them, deep in her mind. The bond between her and Oren had grown strong. She could sense his moods, his joy, even his worries. And through him, she felt the whole pack. One night, Silver Eye came close and pressed his forehead gently against hers. A wave of emotion filled her mind. You are pack now, one of us. Skyblood. That was the name. They gave her Skyblood. One who was not born of the den but fought for the pack. It was a great honor, Oren told her later. Few outsiders were ever accepted. As the days passed, Jenna grew stronger. Her senses were sharper. Her body moved with grace and quiet strength. She still loved her work in the colony, but the forest had become her true home. One evening, a fierce storm rolled over the land. Jenna heard the warning in Oren's mind before the winds reached the trees. Danger. Stay close.
Ow.
She followed Oren deep into the old forest. The pack gathered in a hidden cave high above the flooded streams. Together they waited out the storm, safe and warm. In those dark hours, Jenna sat beside Oren, her hand resting on his thick fur. He pressed against her side, sharing his warmth and thoughts. Not alone, never alone. She smiled softly. No, she whispered, not anymore. When the storm passed, The pack howled beneath the clear stars. Their voices rang through the night, not with sadness, but with pride. A human girl had saved one of their own, and they had given her a place among them. And if anyone stood near Deadwater Lake on a clear night, they might hear it the long, strong howl of a wolf pack. And among those voices, one belonged to a girl who had once been just human, but was now something more. Sky blood. Pack. Forever.